Hey guys, okay, so I'm so excited to be able to show you a home. I also want to share some secrets with you that we've learned over the years. We've seen both sides, buyer and seller side. We see how the seller still wants to take pride in their home. They've been living there for 10, 15 years. They want to make sure they give over a good product. And sometimes our customers get carried away with the things they want to do to the home. It doesn't always make sense for the budget or the timing. And so I want to help you save you some of that trouble. We also understand the buyer side. Oftentimes we walk into a project before the buyer makes a decision. We see how they think. We see how what things our buyers look at, and I want to share that with you today. So it's a secret. Don't tell anybody else. But yeah, let's go. The kitchen, what we did here is clear the countertops, make sure there's no debris, there's no pictures or hooks on the walls. We've removed all of those and just give everything a nice, clean, neutral color. This kitchen is probably good until the next buyer decides what they want to do. And so you don't want to remodel the kitchen for them. At the same time, you want to make sure it's usable. So what one thing I would do is I'd want to make sure if you open up the cabinets, the buttons are tight, the inside of the cabinets are clean, make sure there's no debris or dust. Hair is another thing we find often that is just everywhere. You know, you don't even realize that all the little corners it gets in there. If some of the hinges are loose and the door is wiggling, just it takes a screwdriver and 2 minutes, and it makes a huge difference. The sink, there are oftentimes we come in here and the disposal has little glass pieces or metal inside. It just takes 2 minutes to clean that out. If you have reconditioned or refinished the cabinets at some point and you have the touch-up paint, if there are scuff marks and chips, it doesn't take very long to touch those up a little bit. And it's one less thing people need to worry about as they walk through the house. A few things I want to point out. If you guys look at the carpet, we gave it a really good clean. It's not perfect, but you know what? The next guy may come in here, repaint the place. He may have a different color scheme. I want to also show you the tile in the entryway. So this tile is almost throughout the entire downstairs. If you want to change it, maybe you're saying, oh gosh, you know what, I don't like the tile, the next guy is not going to like it. I totally understand, but you also don't know what color preferences they will have, right? On the carpet here, we decided to go with a beige theme on this house, so we replaced the upstairs carpet so it's nice and clean. And then downstairs, we just kept it neutral. So let's go upstairs. I want to show you the upstairs master bathroom. A lot of tile. We have even wallpaper on the walls that the next person may love or may hate, right? But it's not up for us to decide. The majority of people walk in and they want to make it theirs. They want to decide what tile, they want to decide if they want an enclosed shower or open it up. And so I wouldn't spend $30,000, $40,000 on a bathroom remodel. You will recoup 60% of your investment at sale probably, but it's not worth, in my opinion, it's not worth the time. You'll be, 2 months in a remodeling project that the next person may or may not appreciate. We've also walked into projects where we had to tear everything out. We've done maybe a few months ago, and I know it sounds funny. We literally did a remodel on a home. The owner was getting it ready for sale, and then the buyer called us 2 months later and said, "Chris, I want to remodel. You've worked on this house. You know it. Here's what we want to do." And it just blew our mind. It's not up to us to say what happens to the house, but it still pains us sometimes to pull out something that we put a lot of heart into building. So don't make that mistake. As long as the house is nice and clean and presentable, you're in good shape. This room was the kids' room. There were lots and lots of posters and nail holes in the walls, and there were a lot of personal things here. For the family, it worked out, but for the buyer wants to see the potential of the room. They want to see their children in here. They want to see this turn into a guest room. They want to just go wild with imagination, and so we don't want to take that away from them. Just remember, keep it neutral. In this room, for example, we had a music room here, right? There were musical instruments. It had a drum set in there. It had guitars and microphones, and we took it all out. We gave everything a nice neutral color. And now the next person can come in and decide what they want to do here. Do they want to turn it into a dining room? Do they want to turn it into a play area or a fun room? You've lived in your house for 10, 15, 20 years. Every time you pull up, you know what to expect. You know what the front door looks like. You've gotten used to the scratches. You've gotten used to the dings. When a contractor walks in, and you call a contractor, when a contractor comes in, they see everything a little bit different. And I'll give you an example. Check out this really nice RV parking here, right? When we came in, the fence, there was a chain link fence connecting this side of the house, the corner, over to the other side. A chain link fence is okay, maybe for a kennel run or back of the woods to keep the wildlife out. But when it's your front of the house, it may not be the best. Some of the other things that may or may not immediately jump out at you, but a contractor will see, is look at the siding. Are there any cracks in the siding that need to be addressed? Also, on this home, we came in, there were a lot of shelves on the walls, and the garage looked very, very small and cramped. Now that it's empty, it's a full 3-car garage and fully usable. You know, I want to leave you with a few thoughts. If you're in the process of selling, it doesn't take much to give me a call, and I'll be more than happy to help you with your list. I know it's stressful. I know there's so many things to consider and worry about. You still have a job. You still have to go on with life, and getting your house ready can be overwhelming. So give me a call. I've done this so many times. I know what to look for. I know what's relevant, what's not, and I know the quick fixes to make the house nice. And I'll be more than happy to come out and help you. So thanks for checking in, and hope to hear from you soon.